Good morning, everyone. This is State Climatologist Gary McManus with your Mesonet Weather Report. Well, it's been a few weeks since we spoke. I hope you had a great holiday season. I did mostly, except the part where I had to keep adding colors to the Oklahoma drought map. Let's take a look at that newest map. Well, taking a look at the new map, we do see some of that extreme drought, the red, expanded down in southwest Oklahoma, from central through south central Oklahoma, and we now have a new glob down there in southeast Oklahoma, so not good. When those areas are surrounded by that severe drought, the darker brown, and then we have the tan moderate drought covering much of the rest of the state. Only northwestern Oklahoma rather has escaped the new colors, unfortunately. Well, a lot of the damage was done during December. It was the second driest December on record with a statewide average of 0.11 inches, so very dry across the state. Nobody had a good rainfall, and some areas had no rainfall, so not a good look for December. And if we take a look at that deficit map, we had deficits of about a ½ inch across the panhandle to more than 4½ inches down across far southeast Oklahoma. Looks like a climatological rainfall map, or lack thereof, for the state actually. Looking at that percent of normal rainfall map for December 2025, I mean, most areas less than 10% of normal. In fact, some cases we had areas less than 1% of normal and 0% of normal, so not very good at all across the state for December 2025. And the unusually warm weather didn't help that drought either. It did add to the evaporation of that soil moisture. Basically, we were about 5 degrees above normal across the state for December 2025. It was the 5th warmest December on record. So the second driest December and the 5th warmest certainly added to those drought woes across the state of Oklahoma. Now let's take a look forward. Unfortunately, I don't see any good rains or even snows as we go through the next week. However, at the end of next week, we do see the possibility of some moisture. We do see the Climate Prediction Center's, it's a prediction for or outlook for increased odds of above normal precipitation, especially across eastern Oklahoma, and even near normal across western Oklahoma is better than below normal, so that's a good change. Also, maybe a little bit milder weather as we see on the temperature outlook. So a pretty horrible December drought-wise for the state of Oklahoma, with the lack of rainfall, too much warm weather, and we did get some of that rainfall during January. We definitely need to spread that out and get a lot more actually to start solving this drought problem. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.